Yeah, we're back with an update on the, I have, two names going for it right now. It's a K1500, so, right now, being the fact that it is half a truck, I am calling it the K750. We'll just divide that 1500 in half there, and, you can add maybe a percent, yeah, half a percent for the exhaust there sticking back. But yeah, she's half a truck now. A lot of work. A lot of work. Take a look at what I pulled out of here. You've seen the other video, I'm sure. This frame is just atrocious. From here all the way down this straight section. This is all Swiss cheese here. Straight through. Cracks everywhere. This whole frame pretty much shot everywhere you look. The other side, we had some problems here. Really weak looking sections throughout this frame rail. Again, it doesn't look a whole lot better than the other one did. Yeah, just garbage. Completely rotten. Beyond that straight section there, I took out another after I undid the cab mounts, which are right here. They're pretty good. I'm going to be putting a small body lift just for the fact I need to replace all these bolts that I had to cut anyway just to get these out of here. Yeah, this is just a gorgeous piece of work right here. As you can see, it looks like it's been buried in the dirt for 100 years. Even though the truck's, like I said, 25 years old, I wouldn't expect to find that much once you pull the gas tank and everything out. The other side, the passenger side of the vehicle, this is the muffler hanger here. It looks like hell, but it's still a solid piece. I may clean it up. I may have to reuse that. I'm not sure yet. But I figured if I'm taking out that far on that side of the frame, I'm not going to go ahead and patch these holes here. Even though the metal was still fairly thick on this side where I cut it out of there. I mean, I felt like taking it beyond this bend right here would just make a stronger fix. So I just went ahead and just cut them out. I used a hole. Once I get under here, I'll show you a little closer. I used a reference point here on the frame. There was a hole. I'll be able to cut my other frame out a little longer than that just to make sure I have enough frame there. I took that down to bare metal. That way I could tell that it actually was good, because the rest of it still kind of looks crappy, but it's just really flaky surface rust on there. It looks like hell, but I got the fuel lines wrapped up in a plastic bag, prevent anything from getting in there while I'm wire wheeling and anything. That'd be the last thing I need, is to plug something up with that. I thought the body was all original until I got under here and really started peeking. Now again, this looks like crap. It looks really rusty, but I took a welding chipping hammer and I chipped at all this stuff. It's all pretty solid. And in here, somebody did a really nice job from the outside here on the cab corner. They did a really nice job at piecing this rocker in here. Some kind of patch panel. You couldn't even tell that it wasn't done originally, but you can see the new metal back here. You can tell that it has been picked at a little bit. There was a little bit of Bondo on the driver's side, the passenger side. Again, I used that same hole in the frame as a reference point here. This frame rail is rock solid the whole way up. It's still, I'd say 3/16, solid. But I'm gonna key this out. You can see where I kind of cut the key on the other side. It's gonna be keyed out. This part of the frame will extend beyond that on both sides, and then I'll put a diamond gusset on the inside and outside. It should be plenty strong to hold up for what I'll be putting this truck under. Then I'm going to go ahead where this is all open, and as far as I can, I'm going to box it. I'm just going to get some 3/16 or even 8 inch plate and just weld some box just to stiffen it up. Make sure I don't have any problems. Cab corners are pretty solid. Little bit of surface rust. I'm going to go ahead and take that stuff down. This rocker, I did find some more Bondo back here when I got into chipping. I found some rust. Normal stuff to find over the years. Someone fixed this up. This rocker, it looked pretty good and straight, and then when you get under here, this surface rust here, it's getting pretty bad. The metal's probably pitted on the inside, so I'll probably just fiberglass over it. Get it down to bare metal as best I can. Fiberglass over it, and then just use a chip resistant type paint from this molding down. In black, just to kind of seal that a little bit. Like I said, I'm not putting $10,000 into this project. I'm kind of doing it on a budget, best I can. And so far, like a look, and it is the K750. We got our rear end over here. I'm just going to go ahead and clean it up. And probably after I'm done with the whole project, I'm going to have the truck oil coated, get it sprayed out. I didn't pull the drive shaft out yet. I didn't want to leak any tranny fluid or, again, let any dirt back in the transmission, so I just went ahead and left that drive shaft in there for right now. I did get all the body mounts except these front ones loose. Like I said, I'm going to be putting a small, wow, in the camera that frame just looks awful, but really a lot of that white is just salt. That's still rock solid. I got plenty of good metal to weld to under here, and the frame is solid all the way up. It just looks like crap, so I'm gonna go ahead and wire wheel that and look into maybe a chassis saver, just a real good oil coat after I'm done. There's a few businesses around here locally that do good oil coating, so that holds up fairly well. These rockers, this stuff's going to need a little work. I got some chip and paint. Again, I'm probably just going to wire wheel that the best I can, sand it down, a little Bondo, a little fiberglass, and then just go ahead and chip-proof paint. Other than that, that's about what I got done. Last, I don't know, couple hours from this morning till now. I did manage to get the interior cleaned out, because I at one point thought I was going to be removing the cab. I kind of decided I don't think I need to pull the cab completely. I think once I jack the body up that 3 inches, I'm going to have plenty of room to get a cup grinder under there and in those areas. And if I just go ahead and for now do an oil coat, planning in the future maybe to do, I don't know, use a POR 15 or a chassis saver, something like that along the frame, just to prevent, any future rust. But yeah, this interior is in decent shape. The back seat, this is in amazing shape for its age. Even these front seats, they're a little dirty. They need wiped up. I've never been a big fan of red interior, but boy, these seats are comfortable. I'm not gonna go switching anything out just because I don't like red. And these seats are in nice shape, and they're awfully comfortable there. I say plenty of room for 5 or 6 people in this truck. It's plenty large. It's got I don't know, El Cheapo Rockford Fosgate. Not knocking the brand. I like Fosgate stuff, but I'm not sure really even what that is. If it came from Kmart or something, I'm not 100% on that. I didn't put it in there. It was in there when I bought it. But yeah, like I say, 4-wheel drive works. Everything in here works. it's a project. I'm having some fun with it, I suppose. And hey, one day this thing's going to be rolling down the road, and I'm going to look back at it and laugh about all the hard work. So yeah, if you enjoy the videos, like and subscribe. There's gonna be quite a few more, because like I say, this is a lot of work here. So so far I've been at it a few days, and I plan on it being a few days more, if not a few weeks, months, I don't even know. We're gonna get some parts, and we'll update here shortly.